It's time for local high school football. Hometown Sports. Sponsored by Mercedes-Benz of Bakersfield, Alpha Technology and Alarm Systems, Little Caesars, Valley Strong Credit Union, and 5-0 Driving School.
And good evening and welcome to week 15 of our 39th season of Hometown Sports. I'm Greg Kerr alongside Emily Lawson. Coming up, the only one-hour show highlighting the best of the best in high school football. The most games, the most comprehensive highlights. And tonight, we're going to take you to every single Central Section Championship game, take a look at the state brackets, and we'll have more important information for our Hometown All-Stars as we will ask you to be in attendance when we tape our season finale at the Convention Center this Wednesday night. We'll have more details later in the show.
And as always, we would like to recognize our high achievers, such as our Players of the Week, Athlete of the Week, our Game-Saving Play, Exciting Play, our Hits of the Week, and our Scholar of the Week.
And before we begin, our sponsors, Mercedes-Benz of Bakersfield, celebrating 50 years in Kern County, located in the Bakersfield Auto Mall. Valley Strong Credit Union, financial independence starts here. Open a Valley Strong Youth account today. Little Caesars Pizza, they feed our photographers. The best pizza value in Bakersfield with 15 locations. 5-0 Driving School, owned and operated by first responders. And Alpha Technologies, keeping you protected and connected.
And Greg, we want to recognize our longtime segment sponsors as well. They are Raymond's Trophies and Awards. It's not just a trophy, it's a memory. Golden Empire Youth Tackle Football and Cheer, Competitive Excellence. Brimhall Dental Group, committed to providing quality dental care to you and your family.
And there's more. Accelerated Urgent Care. Feel faster, better from anywhere. Stockdale Podiatry Group, we treat your feet. And two new sponsors on board this season, Greg's Petroleum Service, your dependable partner for fuel and lubricants, and Mather Brothers Ice and Water, keeping Bakersfield hydrated. Now let's talk about the hats. Unbeaten BHS is front and center with Kennedy right alongside. Fantastic seasons for BHS and Independence. And we toss in our league champions as well, North, Foothill, Shafter, and Frontier. It is week 15, and we thank you for joining us. All right, now, if not for two field goals, the BHS Drillers would be sitting on an unbeaten season. The Drillers back in the Central Section Championship game for the second year in a row. Injured star running back Demir Lomax in uniform, but didn't make it onto the field until the fourth quarter. BHS at Arroyo Grande, a rematch of last year's semifinals, which saw the Drillers coming out on top 24-21. Let's take you to Griffith Field, the historic home of BHS football, and the Drillers taking the field. And Jacob Krajewski right here, getting to work early. Caleb Clark, he's at the top of the scouting report, but he goes 56 yards for the score. 7-0 Arroyo Grande, just like that. Another look at the great downfield blocking. And Clark just has easy time getting into the end zone untouched. Meanwhile, this is the injured ankle of running back Demir Lomax, hoping to get into the game. Drillers' first possession, facing 4th and short. BJ VC Jr. fighting for extra yardage to keep the drive alive. And then sophomore Keon Bolden being called on. Gets a nice run right here. Setting up this, Demarie Lee. Bulling his way into the end zone. And the obligatory celebration that comes with it. I don't know how they memorize all that, but anyway, tied at 7-7. Second quarter, Jacob Krajewski to Caleb Clark again. He finds a seam. He goes the distance, 14-7. Another look up top. A missed tackle. And then he turns on the Jets and makes them pay. 14-7 with under 2 minutes to play in the half. Time winding down. Elijah Cavazos to Bryce Gridiron. But the clock's running. Get up. They got to go. They got to go. And they finally get a Jack Hopkins field goal. And the Drillers cut into the lead because we're going to the halftime. And it is 14-10, Arroyo Grande on top. Let's go to the second half and the kickoff. BJ VC with the return here. Spins his way out of that one. Spins his way out of that one. He's in Arroyo Grande territory, but the drive would stall. They would get the ball back, though, with good field position. And this is where Elijah Cavazos throws a dart to BJVC. Touchdown in triple coverage, a 17-yard hookup, 17-14 BHS. Another look from up top, and you'll see Cavazos squeezing it in there. And the Drillers have their first lead of the game. And now the Eagles' next possession. The Driller fans loving the lead, 3-point lead. Caleb Clark in the Wildcat, breaks free, stutter steps a couple times, gets that extra yardage down to the 15-yard line. But then the defense for BHS stiffens. Gang tackling there at around the 20-yard line. So on guns, Dustin Reed. He knocks home the field goal. We are tied at 17-17. Fourth quarter, Eagles are facing 3rd and 5, and the Drillers jump into the neutral zone. It's a first down. Watch it again from up top. A costly penalty that keeps the Arroyo Grande drive going for certain and setting up Dustin Reed for another field goal. And this one is going to make it 20-17 with just over 7 minutes to play. Drillers' next possession. This is 3rd and long. And Elijah Cavazos, one play after being sacked, gets that one to BJVC. And then the pile keeps on moving all the way to the Arroyo Grande 27-yard line. The drive would stall. They call on Jack Hopkins from 42 yards out. And this one had room to spare. Tied at 20 with over 3 minutes to play. Eagles' next possession. And they get a pass interference call here down the deep sideline. 2nd down, Eagles already in field goal range. But watch what happens. The snap while the quarterback wasn't looking. Eagles recover, but they do it at midfield. Watch it again. Jacob Kriowski didn't know the snap was coming. He was looking at the sideline. And that means we are going to overtime. This game tied at 20 apiece. Remember, last year's game came down to a field goal. So here's overtime. Listen in.
All right, we're playing standard high school playoff rules. You'll start from the 25. Turnovers are live. After the 2nd inning, you must go for 2, but you're still starting at the 25. It's not college, we don't move up. Winner of the toss will have choice of offense, defense, or end of the field. Okay, and 1 timeout per inning, and they will not carry over. Okay?
All right, so the Drillers with the ball, they could not move it the first 3 plays, so they have to settle for the field goal attempt. It is up, and it is wide right, opening the door for the Eagles, who bring on Dustin Reed. And here he comes, already with 2 field goals. He's going to try one from 41 yards out. And this one is up, it's long enough, and it is good. The Eagles swarm the field. The Drillers, their season, suddenly over. And Reed is carried off the field. The Eagles win this one 23-20. This was the year in the making.
1 year ago, we sat in that locker room. We all cried. Yes, sir. We said no more. No more. And you guys fought back, and you guys battled back on a revenge tour that is worthy of a first place, baby!
It was a great game, amazing game. Two teams battling out there that wanted it bad, and we got the ball last, and we were able to put it up.
You talked about the revenge tour a little bit. How much was that last year's game of motivation?
Our kids remembered it. Our kids know, they remember it. It wasn't something we were harping on a ton, but they know, they remembered it. And yeah, just so proud of our boys, so proud of our coaches, our program, what these kids represent, being so much more than just being a part of something bigger than themselves and representing our community and what they did, and just so proud of them.
I mean, you got to tip your hats to Arroyo Grande. They came in ready to play. A very well-coached team, and they found a way to come out on top.
How tough was it? I mean, losing last year, losing this year, how tough is it the second time around?
Yeah, it's a little worse. I put the work in specifically so that didn't happen. And it ended up happening. It is what it is. Nothing I can do now.
back to the drawing board. It's something that we have to do more as coaches and as players. We got to do a little bit more. It's not enough.
All right, and once again, congratulations to head coach Stephen Field. We put an S on the end, but that's probably happened to him a couple times in his life. So congratulations to Coach Field and Arroyo Grande. As Jacob Krajewski to Caleb Clark connection was good for 2 scores in this one. Dustin Reed had the 3 field goals, including the game winner in overtime. BHS, they had Elijah Cavazos thrown for 207 yards and a score. BJ VC over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown. Zach Wheeler and Isaiah Bautista each with 6 tackles and a tackle for loss. So what does it mean for Arroyo Grande? They will host Ventura in the Division III AA playoffs Friday at 7:30. Ventura's only losses to Thousand Oaks in Week 1 and then Newberry Park. They have 11 games where they scored over 30 points, 3 games where they scored over 40, 5 games where they scored over 50, and another in 6 games where they've scored at least 30, 40 or more, including 2 games over 60 points this season. That should be a wild one between them. But congratulations again to Arroyo Grande. Now, before we move on, a word about Jack Hopkins, the kicker for BHS, who had a terrific season this year and his entire career as a driller. Here's head coach Rashawn Sheehy.
Probably not even in overtime if it were not for Jack, and I know he's probably feeling crummy right now, but what a game he had.
Oh, absolutely, all year long. That one field goal does not define the season that Jack Hopkins had for us. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him.
Absolutely. Great season for the Drillers. Time for our first break coming up. We're heading to Delano where a pair of local teams play for the Division III Central Section title as Independence takes on Kennedy. The highlights and post-game reaction are just ahead. And a quick reminder, follow us on X and Instagram at Hometown BAK. Scoring updates and highlights posted there. You can also catch this entire episode of Hometown Sports on YouTube at Bakersfield Now. Hometown Sports will be right back.
What's up, Hometown? BHS, Lord of the Rings.
And welcome back to Hometown Sports. Greg Kerr alongside Emily Lawson. So we know with BHS losing, but BCHS is already in from last week, that the winner of this game, we're going to have 2 teams in the state playoffs.
Yes, we will. It will be a sight to see for sure. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, we're hoping for 3. We're getting 2. So welcome back once again. It was week 5 when the Kennedy Thunderbirds defeated Independence 21-6. The Falcons touchdown, by the way, coming late in the 4th quarter. The Thunderbirds 21 points. That was their second lowest offensive output of the season. Both coaches say they have changed a lot since that meeting, and now the stakes obviously are a lot higher. Thunderbirds taking the field for this one, and immediately, just like last week, their defense makes a statement. Sam Ortega in the backfield with a quarterback sack right there. So after an Independence punt, guess what? The Kennedy ground game going to work. Christian Hernandez, the nice run right here. He's the track guy. They got big, and bigger. He's the smallest of the 3. Looking for one of the Thunderbirds' 3 running backs? How about Jordan Palomo, the quarterback? Caught you napping. 7-0 Kennedy on top. Next Independence possession, rinse and repeat. Sam Ortega is there again into the backfield. Take a look at the ground level here. Sam I am making the tackle, forcing another 3-and-out by Independence. Next T-Birds possession of the 3 backs, there he goes. Christian Hernandez, the fastest, goes 50 yards for the score. Kennedy on top, 14-0. Let's go second quarter. On the move again, the big guy, Chase DeMcCoblin. Do you really want to get this guy's way? And he's carrying a defender with him inside the 5. Here's another look at what it looks like when DeMcCoblin's coming at you, which is why some people make business decisions and decide, I don't think I'll tackle that guy head on. And that sets up the touchdown run. George Avila, and it's 21-0 Kennedy on top. Any coach, Paul Golden, said this game is going to be won and lost at the line of scrimmage, like this. Anthony Laura making first contact, gets help from his teammates. And again, the backfield. Yeah, no chance, right? 1, 2, 3, and about 4 more guys coming to watch and help. Falcons try the airwaves. No dice. As George Avila gets the quarterback sack, and again, 1, 2, and running out of time. Forcing yet another Falcons punt. Next Kennedy possession, the give to Christian Hernandez, and he is an absolute blur. Going 55 yards down to the Falcons' 20-yard line. And then the T-Birds surprise element. Jacob Palomo to a wide-open Yoshi Tanaka. 28-0, Kennedy on top. So the Falcons need a spark before the half. Gunter Gola goes to Ricky Johnson. The catch, but then the ball's loose. And Bryson Gutierrez falls on it in the end zone. It is ruled a touchdown, worth a look from above. Didn't have the ball for long, but ruled for possession. And there it is. And again, a touchdown, much needed touchdown going into the half. Kennedy still in control, 28-7. The run game is purring along. The passing game, 1 attempt, 1 touchdown. Let's go to the third quarter. Halftime speech was run the ball some more, and so they did. Jace DeMcCoblin, he's a wrecking ball. And just weaving his way through. How many Falcons were on him there? 5? To bring him down. And here he is again. Same play, ground level. He's strong, he's pretty fast, and he's nifty, he's shifty. Knows how to get there. And that sets up same fella, Jace DeMcCoblin, from 11 yards out into the end zone for the touchdown. As we watch it one more time from ground level, I don't know if this is actually a good look at Jace right there. Maybe we don't have the ground level. Oh, here it is, I think. And this is where he, I don't know if this is a snow angel, an AstroTurf angel, whatever he's got going on there. Whatever it is, it worked. And the T-Birds are rolling. And then they're back in the red zone again. And it's Jace again, showing why he's a 2,000-yard rusher this season. And if you get tired of watching him from 2 different levels, well, can't help it. He's that good, and the Thunderbirds have a 42-7 lead. Falcons offense, more problems. Anthony Lara, the quarterback sack. And watch again as Lara with a direct line to the QB. That defense had 6 sacks in this game. T-Bird's second pass of the game, Jordan Palomo to a wide-open Jamar Bouton. And he is going to get into the end zone. Watch this again. Bouton is uncovered on the near sideline. No one near him. And he wins the foot race for this touchdown. Final seconds ticking away. Time for a bath for head coach Mario Mian. And there it is. Kennedy wins 49-13. They are the Division III Central Section champions. As is their tradition, they're celebrating the title with ring pops.
That's what we do it for. That's what we do it for. Now the goals get bigger. We're going to celebrate this, baby. Now we move on to state. Yes? 4 of them were here in the 22 team when we won at Valley back then. They're still here, and I think we owed it to those guys. The work that Jace has put in for 4 years, and Jameson and our O-line, they've done so much. They deserve this, and we've gone up and down all year long. But these guys took care of business when they needed to, and I feel like we're getting better at the right time, and it shows.
4 years in Kennedy, it's really brought me a bond in football. I never really thought I'd play football in high school. I thought I was done after youth, but my freshman year, when I got moved up to varsity, it really, I don't know, it's just inspirational being here. I love being here.
Transferring in, you know, I was a little bit of outcast at first, but not really. I fit in right away, basically. And this team, man, it just made me love the game of football so much more than I thought I could ever, could, man. We all came together as brotherhood, man. I can call each and single teammate on this team my family, and my brothers surrounding me. And it's a feeling that I cannot shake, and I'm so glad and blessed to be a part of it.
It feels amazing to be back here. Since freshman year, I've developed a whole lot. Since freshman year, I grew. I perfected my techniques, the way I run, the mentality that I have, and I'm proud of who I am today, and I'm proud of my whole team putting all the work on the off season and the season itself. They mean everything to me, the whole team. I'm so proud of every single one of them, and it's so amazing to get a win with my brothers.
It's a testament to our kids, our program. We have, in my opinion, the program that's second to none, and it shows. As our kids come up, they understand the process, they understand what we're trying to do. Kids come here to have an opportunity, and that's what we talked about, an opportunity, and they had it tonight, and they took advantage of it. You guys have worked your tails off. You guys have done everything we've asked. You guys have gone through fire and still come out on the other side, and I told you, there's a lot of times when things are going to get really, really hard. But if you continue to focus on the horizon and the things that are available at the end of that, it's going to be perfect. Talk it all the time. When you're going through hell, keep walking. Just keep walking, because on the other side of his glory, on the other side of his glory, and you guys found glory tonight. You guys fought for each other, for glory, for the rest of the group, for the collective. You did it for the collective, not for yourself. There's moments in life when you got to figure out that the work that you put in goes way beyond you. It goes for the collective. Tonight, you guys were here for the collective. Understand that? I'm proud you guys have this moment. This is something you're going to carry with you for the rest of your lives. Regardless of what comes at you, you're going to carry this for the rest of your life. Incredible moment. Hey, I'm telling you right now, I ain't got nothing else to do. Hey, I got no hobbies. I'm not good at anything else. All right? So we got to make sure we keep doing it. Because my wife don't want me at home anymore if I don't have to be at home. All right? Hey, I love you guys. I love you guys. We're so proud of you. I'm glad you're having this moment. Glad you get to have this. Make sure you say thank you to all the followers. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for everything you've done to support us throughout the years. Thank you. Let's keep looking forward.
Tough from the get-go. I mean, we couldn't stop them. We lost in the trenches on both sides of the ball, and that's what football's about. So goes the O-line, so goes the offense, so goes the D-line, so goes the defense. Proud of our kids. I mean, man, they've grinded. They've grinded, and just excited about the future of Independence football.
All right, so once again, the final score, 49-13. J.C. McCoblin going over 200 yards in the game. Christian Hernandez, just 7 touches, but 160 yards. And again, the ground game. And look at the bottom. They threw 2 passes, and they were both TDs. And they had 6 quarterback sacks on defense as well. Ricky Johnson leading the way on defense. Gunter Gola offensively 14 of 23 and a touchdown pass as well. So what's it mean for Kennedy? They're going to be on the road at Carson in the SoCal Division 3A playoffs. It's a Saturday game at 6 p.m. Carson is 10-3. Their last win, 36-0 over Ventura last week. In fact, they have 6 games where they've scored over 40, 2 over 50, but it's the defense you really want to talk about. 9 opponents have been held to under 10 points, and they have pitched 5 shutouts this season. I don't know if that's going to hold against that Kennedy run game, but we shall see. All right, coming up on Hometown Sports, I'll take a breath, and Emily will take over. We're heading to the coast for a battle of unbeatens. Top-seeded Templeton plays host to second-seeded Immanuel, and Woodlake later in the show, as you see right here in our hometown focus. Also, the folks at Kennedy High School, and over on the other side at Independence, and a couple of regulars at BHS watching the Drillers battle Arroyo Grande. Hometown Sports. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Hometown Sports. The Templeton Eagles took down the North Stars last week in the semifinals. This week, Templeton playing host to Immanuel. Both teams heading into the Division IV championship matchup with perfect records. The captains meet at midfield, and it's time to kick things off. Immanuel's first possession, Tyler Romo breaking free, and he is brought down at the 10-yard line. Moments later, Vincent Rosander, the toss to Luke Banks, touchdown Eagles, 7-0 Immanuel early. Then the Templeton offense, Coulter Tannehill to Colby Sims on the far sideline. A great catch by Sims, and that's a first down and some. But the Immanuel defense stiffens. Rocco DeGraw, the tackle in the backfield. Templeton facing 4th down. Robbie Montano makes the tackle, and Immanuel takes over possession. They march down the field, and Seth Thomas with the carry for a few yards here. Then it's Tyler Romo who finishes the drive, makes his way into the end zone. It is 14-0 Immanuel. The ensuing kickoff goes off a Templeton player. The ball is loose, and the officials say it's Templeton's ball. But wait, they were just pointing in the wrong direction. It's actually Immanuel's ball, which means that the very next play, Vincent Rosander to Bennett Cords, and it is 21-0, Immanuel in command. Second quarter now, and look at the Immanuel defense. Tipi Alua with a handful of jersey brings down the runner. Templeton facing another fourth down, needing to score. This pass falls incomplete. The very next play, Tyler Romo seems to be in a pile of bodies, but finds a way to break out and takes it down into Templeton territory. That sets up Vincent Rosander. He does the rest with the quarterback keeper, makes his way into the end zone, and it is 28-0 Immanuel. How about some more defense? Tyler Romo with a big game on both sides of the ball, coming up with this interception here. And the Templeton defense may be a bit frustrated, finally getting in the backfield for a tackle for loss. But moments later, Tyler Romo goes in, and it is 34-0. Immanuel going into the locker room with a commanding lead in this battle of unbeatens. Take you to the second half, and the Templeton offense just can't get it going. This pass falls incomplete. And the Immanuel defense in for the quarterback sack here. Will barely let him breathe. Immanuel's next possession, Chris Vizcarra. The long touchdown run, or not touchdown, the long run. It looks like it could be a touchdown, but he is brought down inside of the 10. And then Vincent Rosander to Luke Thomas. And just like that, it is 41-0 Immanuel. And the Immanuel fans are feeling it. They are hyped up. 41-0. Templeton, a sign of life here. Coulter Tannehill to Cameron Stevens. And he's in the end zone. But this one is called back by a penalty. So Immanuel's offense, the final touch, and it is Seth Thomas with the touchdown run here. Makes it 48-0. The Immanuel fans ready to celebrate. The flags are flying.
That spells Eagles
backwards.
The other way. Yeah.
And the megaphones are out. And a bucket of water for head coach Josh Henderson. Immanuel wins the Division IV Central Section title 48-7.
Thank you, Lord. God is good. That's my number one thought. It's a privilege for me to be these guys' coach. This amazing group of young men came out here tonight in the 2025 D4 Valley Championship and played an excellent Templeton football team. We played our best game of the night, best game of the season tonight. We played phenomenal. It was a tremendous team game. But again, it's a privilege for us to represent Immanuel High School, Jesus Christ our Lord, and I couldn't be prouder of a group of guys. You know, we were 3-8. We were 3-8 3 years ago, and these guys, they just, they're the real thing. These guys show up every day, and they love it. They love practice. They love each other. This group of guys has set the new standard for Immanuel football. And again, they believe I couldn't say thank you. I could mention a lot of names. I mean, what a game tonight by our group of seniors. But I don't even want to mention a name tonight because tonight was about Immanuel football, and it was amazing.
Tyler Romo was a force on both sides of the ball with 182 yards rushing and 2 scores, as well as 9 tackles and an interception on defense. Next up for Immanuel, they will travel to Barstow. Barstow is 10-3 in the SoCal Division IV AA. That game is Friday at 7:30. They started off the season 0-3 and won 10 in a row. Desert Schools, Immanuel's best team they will face so far this season.
Yeah, they face some of the smaller schools in the desert. I think after watching this Immanuel team dismantle an undefeated Templeton team, that they might have their hands full when they face the Eagles of this coming week. All right, time for another break. Coming up, fans, as you take a look at it right here, fans at BHS, and some of the scenes at Woodlake, which, by the way, is our next stop on Hometown Sports. See the captains meeting at midfield right there. And one more look at Woodlake as well. Hometown Sports, we'll be right back.
Bishop Union is no stranger to road trips, leaving at 10 in the morning for a Friday night game. The 4-seeded Broncos visit number 2-seeded Woodlake to see who will walk away with the Division 5 championship. Captains meet in center field ahead of this Division 5 championship showdown. In the very first play from scrimmage, Hunter Daly gets the handoff, breaks up the middle, and it is nothing but daylight for Daly. A 70-yard touchdown run, 7-0 Bishop, just seconds into the action. 4 and out, and the Broncos are back in the driver's seat. Another handoff to Hunter Daly, and once again, he gets going. It's hard to stop him. Just like that, it is 14-0 Bishop. Second quarter, Bishop driving again. Emery Dondero with the pitch back to Hunter Daly, and Daly gets the first down. That sets up this play for the Broncos. Elliott Dowda gets the handoff, takes it up the far sideline and into the end zone. 27-0 Bishop. But the Broncos are far from done. Emery Dondero drops back and finds Hunter Daly. 30-yard touchdown for the duo. It is 34-0. Woodlake now driving, but the Broncos will not let them breathe as a swarm of Bishop defenders comes in for the big stop. And that takes us to the half as the Bishop Broncos shut out the Woodlake Tigers 34-0 in the first half. Now to the second half, and similar to the first half, Hunter Daly gets the handoff and takes this one 45 yards before he is taken down. But it doesn't take long for Bishop to find the end zone again. Pitch back to Elliott Dowda. He powers his way in for the touchdown. It is now 41-0 Broncos. Still in the third quarter, Woodlake with a chance to get some points on the board. Aldo Rodriguez drops back looking for an open man. He decides to take it himself. A big run for the quarterback. He steps out on his way to the end zone. That run would lead to the Tigers to find the end zone. It's now 41-7. But not even a minute later, the Broncos have got an answer. Emery Dondero fakes the handoff, connects with Levi Durr. Levi hits the Jets, a 70-yard touchdown connection, and it is 48-7. Bishop with that lead. Third quarter, 48-14 Bishop. The Tigers with another opportunity to score, but Bishop's Levi Durr is there with a big tackle for loss. Woodlake still driving, but this time it's Bishop interception by Richie Tolvera. It's Bishop's ball once again, and if the Broncos get the ball, Hunter Daly will be making the most of it. Wrapped up, and he finds a way to escape. Looks like he could be gone, but he's taken down around the Woodlake 48. Fourth quarter, same drive. Broncos quarterback looks for an open man. He goes deep to Robert Gonzalez, but Robert Gonzalez is there, with the interception. Gonzalez takes the ball all the way back. A huge pick six for Robert Gonzalez. It's 48-21. Bishop still with that lead. The Broncos don't let this stop their momentum, though. Pitch back to Hunter Daly. And a 50-yard gain for Daly. Takes this one down, and he's taken down at the 20. And, of course, Hunter Daly finishes the job. His 5th touchdown of the night. Finds the end zone here, and it is 55-21 Bishop. Still early fourth quarter, Woodlake looking to tack on a few more, but Tigers quarterback looking for an open man. He slings this one downfield, but it's Carlos Suarez who jumps the route for the pick. Carlos takes this one down the near sideline, cuts across, taking this one all the way back. It is 62-21. The Broncos win big, 69-21, taking home that Division 5 championship.
You know, when I first got to Bishop, they said, you know, you measure sports seasons by oil changes and tire rotations, and that's no joke. I mean, we left at 10 this morning, and we played football at 7 o'clock. We scored on the first play, and we didn't let up, and I'm just so proud of my staff and my kids and my town. A lot of sacrifice goes into this as a good Woodlake team. We had to beat the number 1 seed. We had to beat the number 2 seed. Cabrillo should have been the 3 seed, and we beat them all.
Coming in, we were scared because they brought the house, but our O-line proved it doesn't matter how many you stack in the box. We can still create that hole, and we can still score on them.
No matter what you do in your life, no one can ever tell you that you couldn't do it. Because you did! You play with love in your heart for your team and for your town and for the guys next to you. No one can stop you. And you just won a ring!
Hunter Daly with 284 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns. Elliott Dowda, 2 touchdowns. Broncos offense, 384 yards rushing. Broncos defense with 4 interceptions. And Bishop will now be at Southgate for the SoCal Division 5A. That game is on Saturday at 6. Southgate heading into this one on a 6-game win streak.
All right. No such thing as a short road trip when you play for Bishop. It's time for another break. Coming up, remember to follow us on X and Instagram at Hometown BAK and YouTube at Bakersfield Now. Hometown Sports will be right back as we are going to show you the Kennedy High champions and the T-Birds with their team picture here. And of course, BHS legend Steve Wofford, 7,000 yards rushing, 107 TDs, and a whole bunch of rings, as you can see. We're going to Minarets next. Hometown Sports will be right back. And welcome back to Hometown Sports. Greg Kerr alongside Emily Lawson, and now Division 6. Another 1 versus 2 matchup as Orosi travels to Minarets with blowouts in Divisions 3, 4, and 5. This game, joining the Arroyo Grande BHS game, is the only one that did not have a clear winner until the end. Speaking of clear, the fog was rolling in at Minarets. Torrin Wolf goes to Andrew Carlton. Mustangs lead 7-0. Getting foggier here. Torrin Wolf to Caden Larson. And we're guessing he got in. Yeah, he did. And Minarets on top at the half. Third quarter, Orosi star running back Jason De La Cruz scores to cut the lead in half, 14-7. Guess that's one way to beat the fog. Shoot from above the fog. I don't know. Minarets answers in a hurry. Torrin Wolf makes it 21-7. End of the third quarter. Juan Diego Villegas throws to Christian Castrillon for a touchdown, but it's not enough as Minarets goes on to win by a final of 21-14. And now they will host Winters High School in the NorCal Division 6. The only team playing NorCal, but Minarets again is north of Fresno. So again, Division 6, that'll be a Saturday 6 p.m. game. By the way, Winters only 1 loss. That was a 1-point loss to Gridley, which is also in the state playoffs. They held 6 opponents to fewer than 10 points this season. All right, time for another break. When we come back, we're going to check out on BCHS football. The Eagles are champs, so we take a look at those Eagles from Immanuel and from high above BHS. We'll check in on BCHS coming up next. And welcome back to Hometown Sports. We didn't forget you, the undefeated BCHS Eagles claiming the Division 1A title a week ago with a win over Liberty. This week, time to heal naturally and prepare for an unknown opponent in the state playoffs. We went to the BCHS campus earlier this week to hear what the 12-0 Eagles had to say. BCHS Eagles head coach Darren Carr knew this team would be special. He first saw signs of it week 1 in Las Vegas.
It kind of hit me at halftime. Like, I knew we had a good team, right? A lot of guys were back. It kind of hit me at halftime. We were down at halftime up in Faith. You're on the road. It's a long drive. It's a good football team, right? You want to see how our guys react and come out. And we came out and with our hair on fire and played well, right? And ended up winning that game. And it kind of rolled after that, right? There's been some up and downs and stuff like that, but I think in that first game, just seeing us fight and finish was a really cool thing to see.
I think we knew after how we played and traveling up to Las Vegas and beating the 5th-ranked team in Nevada, we knew we could go undefeated. We knew we could do this. We just had to show the outsiders that we could do it.
We get stronger in the second half. I feel like we're able to push through.
Since then, the Eagles have done nothing but win. 12 games, 12 victories. To be sure, there were some blowouts. Others, close calls. The common denominator, they never lost.
We just don't know how to lose.
Oh, no.
We just don't know how to lose.
Exactly.
We don't know how to lose. He just had to lose. No. All we do is win.
I think we just know what it takes, and we do really good at playing all 3 phases of the game, offense, defense, special teams, so I don't think there's really a part we lack at. We're able to fight. We don't have to be blowing teams out. We're able to come back being down. Even in the Faith game, we were down 20-7 at one point. Our team's able to fight back, and we don't care if it's the first quarter or the fourth quarter. We're going to play the same way the whole game.
And who knew that an undefeated team heading into the 1A finals against Liberty
could have a chip on its shoulder. They did.
No, everybody thought we were going to lose. So, yeah, at practice, we were saying it all week. It's just extra motivation. Everybody thought we couldn't do it. So we knew we could. We just had to show people we could.
It just feels like we get doubted a lot, but winning that game kind of felt like a big statement, and we feel like we're the best team in Bakersfield.
Well, that undefeated record got them a home game as they will host La Habra in the SoCal Division 2AA championship. Last 4 opponents for La Habra, they held each of them to exactly 7 points apiece. It's going to be interesting to see what the Eagles do in that one. But we will be out there for Friday's game, 7:30 start on that one. All right, time for our Players of the Week. They are sponsored by Brimhall Dental Group, committed to providing quality dental care to you and your family. Our Brimhall Dental Group Offensive Player of the Week, Jace DeMcCoblin of Kennedy High. Jace rushing for 23 times for 206 yards and 3 scores, leading the Thunderbirds to that 49-13 win over Independence. The Falcons over the Falcons, and they claim the Central Section Division III championship, and of course also punched their ticket to the state playoffs. Jace DeMcCoblin of Kennedy is our Brimhall Dental Group Offensive Player of the Week.
Our Brimhall Dental Group Defensive Player of the Week is another Kennedy Thunderbird. He's Sam Ortega, the two-way lineman, making life miserable for the Independence offense with a quarterback sack and 2 tackles for loss. The Kennedy defense finishing the game with 6 quarterback sacks. Sam Ortega of Kennedy is our Brimhall Dental Group Defensive Player of the Week.
Our Brimhall Dental Group Special Teams Player of the Week from out of town, Arroyo Grande's kicker Dustin Reed. Game on the line, the Eagles kicker blasting this 41-yard field goal in overtime to give Arroyo Grande a 23-20 win over BHS to claim the Division II Central Section title. Dustin Reed of Arroyo Grande is our Brimhall Dental Group Special Teams Player of the Week. Coming up next, our game-saving player, athlete of the week, and some youth football news as well. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Hometown Sports. Time for our game-saving play brought to you by Mather Brothers Ice and Water, keeping Bakersfield hydrated. This week's game-saving play, if not for this field goal by Jack Hopkins, BHS Drillers don't even get to overtime against Arroyo Grande. A 42-yarder, it had room to spare. Jack Hopkins of BHS with our Mather Brothers Ice and Water game-saving play of the week.
Now to this week's Athlete of the Week, sponsored by Greg's Petroleum Service, your dependable partner for fuel and lubricants. This week's Athlete of the Week, we go back to Kennedy High School and running back Jace DeMcCoblin. He is closing in on 7,000 yards rushing for his career and has 93 career touchdowns, 89 of those in the last 3 years. Jace DeMcCoblin of Kennedy is our Greg's Petroleum Athlete of the Week.
All right, now to youth football, brought to you by Golden Empire Youth Football. Golden Empire Youth Tackle Football and Cheer, competitive excellence. And they will be center stage Wednesday night at the Convention Center as we tape our season finale. And of course, they will start things off with Ron White speaking on behalf of the league. He runs the show, and they will be on hand to make a presentation as well. They're going to recap the 2025 season and reveal their 2025 Coach of the Year award as well. Our final taping, by the way, is Wednesday, 7 p.m. at the Convention Center. All right, coming up, our exciting play of the week, hits of the week, and our scholar of the week as well. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Hometown Sports. Now for our exciting play of the week, brought to you by Stockdale Podiatry Group. We treat your feet. This week's exciting play, well, it's always exciting when Kennedy High throws the football. Jordan Palomo to Yoshi Tanaka there, and Palomo to Jamar Bouton. Kennedy, offense 2 for 2 passing, 59 yards and 2 touchdowns. Can't do much better than that. The Kennedy offense with our Stockdale Podiatry exciting play of the week.
All right, time now for our hits of the week, brought to you by Raymond's Trophies and Awards. An award, much more than a trophy, it's a memory. Let's begin the hits. Start with BHS lineman Sergio Medina, number 53, just running over the defender right there. A little pancake block. Medina setting the tone for what was a physical game. Bishop at Woodlake. And this is going to be number 12, Carlos Suarez, with the collision near the goal line, making him pay right there. Before he could get into the end zone, Carlos Suarez of Bishop High School and his teammate is this week's winner. The pass over the middle, Richie Talavera makes the receiver pay right there. Putting a shoulder into him. Richie Talavera of Bishop is our Raymond's Trophies and Awards Hitman of the Week. Now time for our Scholar of the Week, brought to you by Accelerated Urgent Care. Feel better, faster from anywhere. This week's Scholar of the Week comes from Kennedy High School. You already seen him in the highlights. Number 64, Sam Ortega, has a GPA of 4.1. Wants to major in psychology or kinesiology. Wants to be a sports psychologist. Schools he's looking at: Ottawa University in Arizona, Culver Stockton College in Missouri, Pacific University in Oregon, and Grinnell College in Iowa. All those schools are looking at him as well. Other sports: wrestling. He was the G3 Valley champion, placed at the Masters in the shot put in track and field. His favorite food, he said, that's hard. Can't ask an offensive lineman his favorite food. TV, Wildcrats, and then favorite music is rhythm and blues. One thing most people don't know about Sam Ortega, he can play any instrument in the school band. Sam Ortega of Kennedy is our Accelerated Urgent Care Scholar of the Week. All right, we're going to take yet another break. When we come back, our predictions coming up. Oh, no, excuse me. Yes, I forgot. We have, going out of order here, we have graphics to tell you what's coming up with our hometown scholars. First of all, these are the past weekly winners. One of these guys, as you see, the first five, will be our Scholar of the Year this Wednesday. The next coming up, Talon Prince of North High, Jacob Meza from Tehachapi, Gilberto Pineda Mendoza, Mendez, Wasco, EJ Ellis Moya, and Davion Jenkins. And then rounding it out with Elliot Ruiz of Golden Valley, Sean Sumlin of West High, Cohen Peters of BCHS, and Sam Ortega of Kennedy High School. So there you go. All right, now, a word to our hometown All-Stars. You should be hearing from your coach that you're an All-Star. And if so, we need you there Wednesday, December 3rd, this Wednesday, at the Convention Center. Arrive by 6:30. We ask that you wear a game jersey, and yes, family and friends are welcome to join the show, as again, we'll be taping the entire show and then add in the state playoff highlights for BCHS and Kennedy as well. All right, so now we will take a break, and when we come back, we've got predictions for you coming up next. And welcome back to Hometown Sports. Greg Kerr alongside Emily Lawson. Here we have 5 games that are sort of central section teams and 2 local, of course, for the state playoffs. So let's show them to you, and we'll sort of give you our predictions. La Habra comes into town, taking on BCHS. Eagles have answered every call. As we showed in our story, they've won a lot of games and blowouts. They've won some close games against Sanger and BHS. I like what they're made of, and 12-0 is 12-0. I got to go with the Eagles.
I think the Eagles are solid everywhere. That offensive line is fantastic, but I feel like there's really no holes in their game. And like they said, they just don't know how to lose. So we got to trust them on that one.
Yeah, that's what they said. They said they do not know how to lose. We'll find out. All right, meanwhile, Kennedy will be on the road at Carson. This is a Carson defense that just won their last game 36-0. They have pitched 5 shutouts. This is like, you know, the two opposites. You got a team that loves to score and scores and holds on to the ball, and another team that stops teams from scoring. So I'm going with Kennedy because I haven't seen anything stop that 3-headed monster yet.
I was going to say that run game is crazy, but then when they go through the air too, the receivers just answered the call. I mean, they answered the call every time.
That's the shock and awe, because you're shocked that they throw.
They're wide open.
Yeah, okay. All right, now we got 3 other games of note, and we'll just give them their due since they just played local teams. Arroyo Grande, which just took down BHS in that overtime game. Fascinating. That was a great high school football game, by the way. They will now get a Ventura team that is 11-2, and Arroyo Grande gets the home game at 10-4. Maybe a little bit of surprise there. There's another one that I was surprised by the home game, but congratulations to the Eagles getting that one. And I'll tell you what, if it comes down to a field goal, they got the right guy.
Yes, they do indeed. And being home is always an advantage, especially in these big games.
Yeah, and Caleb Clark is a handful as well. He's a terrific football player. All right, meanwhile, Immanuel at Barstow. First of all, I'm surprised they're on the road at 13-0. Secondly, I could be way off on this, but I looked at Barstow's schedule. I think Immanuel wins this handily.
Yeah.
I just do.
Even in this last week, they really proved that they are something to be reckoned with.
Yeah, that Templeton team beat North 41-0, and they just beat Templeton 48-7. And then finally, we've got Winters at Minarets, and I'll admit it on the air because that's Winters, California, and I don't know where that is. I know it's in Northern California. That's all I know. And I lived in the Bay Area for a couple of years. But anyway, Minarets. I'll go with Minarets in this one, although Winters plays a pretty tough schedule.
Yes.
I'll go Minarets in that one as well. So that's a wrap. Remember, Wednesday, we're at the Convention Center to tape, and then the show will be here next Sunday as well. For Emily, I'm Greg. Have a great night.
Hometown Sports was sponsored by Mercedes-Benz of Bakersfield, Alpha Technology and Alarm Systems, Little Caesars, Valley Strong Credit Union, and 5-0 Driving School.